Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Capricorn for January 2020. Happy New Year. Happy New Decade. We're going to be linking in with Spirit first of all, just to sort of get an idea of what sort of messages they have for you guys. And then we're going to be using tarot cards to get an idea of the theme and sort of what you can expect to see over the month of January 2020. I'm going to be using the Archangel Power Tarot deck. I think that's what it's called. The Archangel Power Tarot cards, yeah, by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Then we're going to be diving into Oracle cards to see outcomes. So I'm just going to get a link with the guides to see what they want to pass on for. I'm feeling like you guys are probably having a little bit of an interesting January. You've got a heck of a lot of planets in Capricorn right now. You've got to try, I mean, look. Not only did we have the eclipse in December, the solar eclipse, we've now got a lunar eclipse on the 10th, the same day as Uranus goes direct. So this is, Uranus is the planet of rebellion a little bit, okay? Obviously with it being the same day as a lunar eclipse, look for any emotional upheaval that you're going to be seeing around the 10th. I feel like you're going to have a lot of movement around this month. Some feelings not so great, some feelings are meant to be brought up to be released, but there's I mean, look, I think we've got Saturn, Pluto, Sun currently in Capricorn. There's definitely a few other planets there, but there's a heavy emphasis or a heavy stellium on Capricorn planets, okay? And obviously up until around the 20th, that is still going to be the case. So whatever you do, if you maybe you're watching this feeling like, I've never felt so bizarre in all my life. You guys have got so much concentration of energy in your, especially if you're ascendant, wherever the planet is where your Capricorn is essentially where the focus is here. But Spirit just want to let you know that if you're feeling it emotionally, this is meant to be brought up for your awareness to then be released. It's not meant to punish you or make you feel like you're going mad. This is just, I mean, first of all, the collective is going through the same thing, but it's just more concentrated with you guys. So just be aware and just take some time out for yourself. Make sure you're being gentle and kind to yourself. They're saying whatever you do, don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up, because Capricorns can be, that's not an easy sign. You guys feel quite a lot. I mean, obviously it depends where your Capricorn is placed, but you guys feel quite a lot, but it's like an iceberg. You can only see sort of 5-10% of it. It goes very deep with you guys. So just make sure you're really looking after yourselves. But they're also talking about, look at what feelings are coming up, because it's going to really show you where your healing needs to kind of go. Yeah, they're just saying be kind and gentle to yourself here. Let's have a look. So for the sign of Capricorn, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, stellium. Capricorn for the month of January, please. What is the themes of January, please, for the sign of Capricorn, January 2020? What is the theme, please, Spirit? What is the theme? Okay, just get a few more cards. That's a lot of cards. Okay, so we've got the Four of Cups here, okay? The Four of Cups traditionally is that kind of seemingly that offer coming through the clouds, and then, you know, someone looking down at the Three of Cups thinking, no, don't want that, I just want these three focused on. I feel like it's echoing the first message. So if you are in absolute chaos at the moment, thinking, what on earth have I done to deserve this energy? There is, and I know people are going to sit there and go, what a load of rubbish, that's not a psychic reading, telling me that there's a blessing in me suffering. Do you want to do a comparison of like lives here? Because it's not a competition. Everyone is, this reality is not meant to be easy. Just an FYI, people actually volunteer to come here. You know what I mean? Like, people want experiences that they can't get up there, so they come here to gain them. And no one is saying that it's easy. It just means that there are some good experiences and some not so good experiences, but they all help us evolve as a soul. That's why people come back over and over and over again, because they want that evolution. And you know, we can sit and go, well, why on earth is anyone giving me this trouble? I just want a quiet life. Sometimes what we get and what we want are two different things, and it's not because we're not worthy of that. It's because they're trying to help us to get somewhere else with it. Like if we're in a loop, sometimes they'll give us something to help us break out of a loop because it's for our benefit long term. Okay, now this is not to say that if you are going through absolute hell and back, that, you know, spirit are just sat there laughing at you. It's probably that a huge lesson in amongst all of that is going to help you. And at the time it's happening, of course, it's not going to be easy to sit and go, well, this is just a lesson, I'm just going to... It's not meant to be easy. It's meant to help you grow, and it's how you deal with it that's the most important thing, and what you're observing around you. Okay, now the next card for the... Not sure what's going on there. Something just made the recording go a bit weird. The next theme is Hermit. Okay, so if what I've just said is massively triggering you, saying, you know, feeling upset with me, go within and just, you know, hermit yourself up. You know, just look for that light within, because you're not going to see that around you at the moment. As you can probably tell, there's a lot going on globally. So we have to draw that energy within us first, to then feel alignment, to feel that connectivity, to feel that light, and then we can move forward. Okay. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune. Once you're going within and finding that inner light, the outside and the feelings you're having won't be as daunting. In fact, it will change how you see and feel about things. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is about fate. Okay, this is about going through something that's kind of meant. It says new beginnings, end of delays, a change of direction that offers happiness. So again, this is a little test to see how you're going to deal with things. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And then we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So it's kind of like Spirit are going to say to you, okay, how do you deal with this kind of hard, low vibrational energy? Do you go within to acknowledge the benefit of doing that, which then will change your surroundings? Because that's essentially what this is about for you. This is the theme of the month, is to understand how, even if you're hating what's going on around you, even if you're watching this thinking, I don't agree with her, I hate her, or whatever, it's about connecting to yourself within so that you can feel a benefit, so that when these situations happen around you, you don't feel totally disconnected, you don't feel horrific, you're connected to something else that is higher vibrational than the turmoil or the chaos that is going on around you, or even within your head. Because maybe you're also suffering, you know, in that way where you're overthinking and you're over worrying, and you're you know, basically what Spirit is saying here is joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. So meditate. I don't know how I would deal with life if I didn't meditate. Just gonna put it out there. So as you can see, it's about getting something from an experience that is not so easy in order for you to actually move towards where you're meant to go. That's the theme of this month. So obviously you're going to be watching this from probably the beginning part of January. So let's just have a look. So let's have a look here. You'll probably be watching this around the 9th. Okay, so from the 9th to the 16th of January, what can Capricorns expect to... What was the theme of that week, please? The 9th to the 16th of January. What can Capricorns expect to see? What is going to be happening, please? Okay. Okay, so the first one, so from the 9th to the 16th, okay, we've got the Lovers in the reverse. So this is about making a choice or not making a choice from the heart. Maybe you're making decisions based on the experiences you're going through, and there's a little bit of an imbalance here, okay? If this is not an emotional commitment with someone else, so basically there could be an emotional commitment that you have with someone else. If it's not that, obviously if it is that, then it's essentially about you having a disconnect from that, okay? Because we've got the Four of Swords, okay? This is about, again, going within, taking some time out, taking a break, all right? Trying to realign and sort of understand the opportunity and what this is presenting to you. We've also got the Eight of Wands. This is fast communication, okay? So it could well have been that if it's, you know, maybe there's an emotional sort of commitment that you were wanting. Maybe that hasn't been forthcoming. Maybe there's a break in communication around the 9th to the 16th where you're worrying as to what's going on with that, okay? If that's the case, just go within, take some time out, meditate, self-care. If it's not an emotional connection, this is about where your heart lies generally in your life, okay? If you're the kind of person that sat there going, well, I want this and I want that and I want that and I want that, but I'm not getting it. And when is my life going to change? And when is this going to... Okay, so what are you doing to make your life change? And if you're sat there saying, I'm not doing anything, what do you expect Spirit to do? What do you expect? Now, there's a time for reflection and going within to make sure that you're anchoring things you've learned, to do healing, to do self-care. That is not what I'm disputing. What I'm disputing is if you're fully healed, if you are fully healed, you've done your healing and you're not seeing any movement going on around you, you have to call it back to the point where, am I actually really fully healed? Because they will not, it's like they don't want you sort of shooting off ahead if you haven't done the work, because all you're going to do is just go in a loop. It's like, do the healing. Do the healing. And especially if you're sat there saying, this experience happened to me, this experience happened to me, this, and I didn't get this and I didn't get that. First of all, the universe is not going to deliver you anything if all you're doing is moaning about absolutely everything. Sorry to keep it real with you. That's just not going to happen, because basically what you're saying is you tried to teach me a lesson and you didn't give me anything apart from what I didn't want. Well, maybe that's what they're trying to give you, is awareness, because that you're in a loop. And the only way that you can get out of that loop is hard truth, because this is, look, I'm going to be totally real. You're not going to get anywhere, especially if you're an evolved soul. And Capricorns are usually, I mean, look, my sister's a Capricorn. She's got a great head on her shoulders. They don't give you guys easy lessons. This is not meant as some kind of basic 101 spiritual, that they're going to give you more upgraded lessons which are a little bit more testing your mettle. All right, if you're going to moan about those constantly, all they're going to do is keep giving you what you don't want until you can understand what that's about. And I'm sorry to be honest, but I've got to say it, because these cards are basically, and the guides are basically saying you cannot expect changes to happen if you are constantly moaning about everything. I'm sorry. And if you don't understand that message, then we need to be looking at your healing and why that's triggering you and what exactly is provoking that kind of wound that's already inside you and what exactly is behind that. Once this kind of, now obviously if that's not you and you're looking at this thinking, okay, well, I'm trying to realign myself, I'm trying to understand what this is about, and I'm going to go within, I'm going to heed the advice and go within, you are going to get so much from this, and I'll tell you why. You've got the Death card, okay? This is peace, okay? There is an illusion of transition from the physical world into the spiritual world. It's one and the same thing. The soul just ends up going somewhere else. Death is an illusion, okay? This is an illusion. This is all meant for you to go back within, to reconnect with you, to understand your truth, for you to change your perspective totally, so that this January you're entering into a brand new cycle where you're transitioning out of one phase into another, because you can see things clearer. It's a lot of karma you're shedding. You're shedding a heck of a lot of karma, not just for you and your previous generations. You're doing it for a lot of different people, okay? Capricorn energy is it's not an I mean, look, it's not an easy energy. Sometimes it's like, it can be very heavy energy, you know. It's like you're trying to release so much stuff, and you'll do that, but just make sure you're reconnecting with you, getting your own quiet time, getting time for yourself, because it's going to be so vitally important. If you do that and you haven't switched off from being triggered by what I said previously, there's a transition coming, okay? And it's a very beautiful transition. It's about the phoenix coming out of the flames and rebirthing into something that you are reclaiming as your own sovereignty, because you've walked through the valley of the shadow of death, you know, and you've evolved into a new being. This is, I mean, look, I'll be totally honest with you. We're about to go through a huge change in cycle. We've got Lilith about to transition into Aries out of Pisces, which is the wounded feminine. A lot of this energy between now and April is going to be transitional karmic release, because, I mean, you can probably see what's going on in the world. This is a collective energy that is releasing layers of rubbish in order to transition into the new. Our planet is changing, and you guys are essentially dealing with a lot of that energy right now. And if you embrace the changes, we've got the Empress card here. This is the divine feminine. This is all of the queens rolled into one. This is an evolved feminine. If you're male watching this, this just means that this is the feminine element of yourself that is actually manifested to a very high level. The nurturing side, okay, the kind of you know, allowing things to be, the, you know, that kind of being still, that kind of receptive energy, okay, because you've let go. Death is essentially letting go, right? We've let go. Once we've gone into that energy, if things have got too hard for us, maybe we've had disappointment, maybe it was very fast moving in week one, we go within, we let go, okay, let go, surrender. This peace does not come from grabbing on with, you know, with your fingernails, arguing with psychics, saying, oh, you don't know my life. Listen, I'm gonna just give it to you again, very, very straightforwardly. You're not arguing with anyone else other than yourself. Let it go, release it, release that, because it doesn't serve you. All right, you can then move into your power. This is the Empress energy. All right, Page of Swords, truthful, okay, analytical, perception. All right, so you're going to then have a sharpened sense of the reality you're in, which essentially, and don't forget, this is week one, so this is from the 9th to the 16th. So you're essentially almost like in this cocoon waiting to go into Aquarius season, because don't forget, Aquarius is that karmic kind of energy where you're reaping what you sow from what you've actually done in the January season or the Capricorn season. And this is your season, so happy birthday. Make best use of it, because you're about to evolve and upgrade and step up to another level. All right, now also, once you discern from that truth, okay, once you've gone into that temperance, once you've gone into that Empress energy after that kind of rebirth essentially, and you've seen that you've seen a different sense of perspective, you've got solutions, which is temperance. This is spiritual healing. So as you can see, you probably are looking for answers at the beginning of week one, which is the 9th to the 16th of January, where things are happening quickly. Everything's a bit topsy-turvy, all right? Spirit is saying, don't try and work this out. It's not meant to be. Just let it go. Meditation, going within, all right? Four of Swords. Hermit, commit to finding your own inner light and just finding your own inner peace. Empress, evolving into that divine feminine, seeing that higher perspective in order for the real spiritual healing to occur, okay? Because this is what it is meant to do. It's not meant to make you feel like you're going mad, or, you know, you've got to sit and defend yourself. That you don't have to defend anything. Just let it go. Surrender. Divine feminine energy is about the surrendering. It's a really important lesson to learn, you know, and especially when it comes to things that are, you know, leaving our lives or death, you know. It's a really important thing to learn. So, okay, so let's have a look. Anything else you want to give us for week one, the 9th to the 16th, Spirit? Anything else we need to be aware of? Here comes the sun. I'm hearing that song, Here Comes the Sun, Pretty Darling. I don't know who sings that. It's alright, it's alright. Da, 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 da. It's always the hardest before the dawn. It's always the darkest before the dawn, okay? Breakthrough. The sun is on its way. Enlightenment, awareness, nourishment, okay? That light energy is coming. You gotta do this. Because I'm telling you now, what you guys are going to be doing, it's not easy. This is not easy. And I feel with the messages that I'm getting for you guys, it means that you guys are probably very aware of certain things. You may even be going through a miniature dark night of the soul. And having gone through a million dark nights of the soul of my own, because they just want to keep breaking my ego down, which, fair enough. This does happen. Even when you're sat there thinking, I give up. There's a difference between giving up and surrendering, just an FYI. All right? If you give up and go, I don't trust any of this, then it's not the same as surrendering. You surrender by saying, Spirit, I trust and have faith that my light that I'm connecting to within and the light and support you give me is going to allow me to move through this. And you can even ask, Spirit, what is it I most need to know at the moment for my own individual journey? What is it you can tell me here as a sort of transition through this easier? And you'll start getting signs. Okay, and believe you me, it does work. Okay, don't forget to ask Archangel Michael to release any negative cords, ties and attachments. All right. And saltwater baths. Salt baths are amazing. It cleanses your space. It cleanses your aura. Cleanses everything. Chakra. My mind's gone blank. Sage, white sage for your space. Okay, I play room cleansing music as well, just to really recalibrate the whole energy of the room. I do it pretty much all day, every day now, even in my own bedroom, even wherever I'm working. All right, and I take about 2 to 4 baths of those a week. And I do it at least 20-30 minutes, although I stay in usually for about 3 hours because I meditate as well. That is going to help you. Meditation, okay, eating clean. I know it's easier said than done, all right? I love a drink, I love food, but you are going to feel the benefit, okay? You're going to feel the benefit of this. Sun, the sun card. You've got sunshine, happiness coming. So let's have a look. Let's do week 2. So this, I know obviously it's not theoretically week 2, but it's based on when I'm filming this, this video is going out, and I'm trying to break this down best I can. Right, so from the 16th to 23rd for Capricorn Spirit, what is the theme here for this week? 16th to 23rd, what can you tell me please? For Capricorn for January 2020, 16th to 23rd. What's going to be happening here, please, Spirit? 16th to 23rd. I feel like I need to get one more card. You guys are very much in your head at this point in time, around the 16th to 23rd. We've got pretty much all sword cards. I'm gonna be keeping it really honestly real with you. From the 16th to 23rd, I feel like you're going to come into this week thinking, when is this over? I still don't feel great. It's almost like you're relying on Aquarius season to start around the 20th, and that's it. There's a transition period that you're going to have to go through here, guys. And again, what they're saying is the more you try and fight this and sort of try and rush it, that's not surrendering. If you're trying to rush this energy, I'm going to just be really honest with you. All it's going to do is make it's not easy, all right? Best thing to do is focus on the things you're grateful for and the things that you are thankful for. Even if you have absolutely nothing in your life apart from the roof above your head and the socks on your feet, then thank them for that. And you can thank them to say, look, I know I have trust and faith that you are going to lead me out of this period, because you've never done me wrong. Now, you've got to remember at this point as well, look back when you've been in these similar situations, if you've ever been in them, and remember how that felt. And remember how when you transitioned out of that, what happened. Nothing is permanent. This energy, it's illusionary. And I know it doesn't feel like it when you're in it, but it is. It's meant to really test the metal to see what you're. I mean, look, this is about strength and growth. People do not grow from, you know, being handheld and walked, you know, mollycoddled in cotton wool. It doesn't. Look, I'd love for that to be the case, but you know, usually it's not that way. It's usually done in a very can be harsh manner. And so we just have to make the most of it and just connect with our heart space. Just make sure you're keeping your heart open as well, because sometimes when we fall into these kind of situations and we start doubting and then we get upset, and again, if we start closing off our heart space, that is even more work to do afterwards, guys. I'm just going to put it out there, 100% totally honest with you. And even if you're sat there going, but I don't feel like, I can't even feel anything, or I don't feel like I'm wanting to do that, you know, I don't feel like I can feel anything right now, I'm numb. Find one thing that brings you joy. Connect with your inner child, whether it's music, whether it's art. Well, one thing that you can do where it brings a little smile on your face. And then if you don't have that, find it, because this is going to help you, and connect with your inner child as well, because that's going to also bring you out of this. All right. For me, music is my absolute failsafe. I mean, to be honest with you, it's this. This is when I always, when I'm in these kind of situations, I'll always pull a spread for me, or I'll look at my astrology, and then the messages I get through, I'm like, oh my God, thank God, you know, thank goodness. Now I know what I'm doing. My second, because obviously sometimes, because this is also my job, I don't want to sort of be working 50 hours a day sometimes, and I just want a break. I'll go to music, and it will lift me. And it just puts a little spring in my step, all right? And then if it's not that, I do art, I draw. And if it's not that, I meditate. So I have a few different things. Try and find something physical, something artistic, something emotional, something mental to kind of fill those gaps, because it will help, all right? So week from the 16th to the 23rd. We've got the 5 of Wands here, so they're talking about a challenge that you can resolve. But 5 is about change. It's like you're on the periphery of this change, and obviously the 6 of Wands, the next card up, is the victory. So you're so close, guys, right? Have patience with yourself. So make sure you are being kind to yourself as per the original message. This is not easy energy. Look, 6 of Swords reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, and the Page of Swords upright. That is a lot of mental energy. Try not to talk yourself into, you know, all kinds of things. This energy right now is totally illusionary. There is so many smoke and mirrors right now, and it's drumming up more energy, whereby people are then utilizing and putting their emotions into it, which is then creating more of the energy. Trust me, once you get into that space where you can see through it, it's so much easier, and you will get to that, all right? We've got the Hanged Man. Perspective, okay? There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So, again, up until the 23rd, if there is a lot going on around you and all you know to do is to go within and just pause, then do it, because this is the advice from Spirit here. They're not expecting you, and I get it, if you're wanting to do work and you've got lots of things to be doing and you've got 1,000,001, you know, chores to get on with, I get it, but make sure you're taking time for yourself, because it's really necessary, okay? And then we've got the King of Pentacles here. So this is very stable, earthy, practical. It says successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Okay. Now this could be someone, an authority figure, a male figure that is grounded, that's going to maybe assist you in this period. Could be a father figure, could be a partner, could be a love interest. It says your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. So it could well be that maybe in amongst all this that your finances are brilliant, but it's like your mental kind of clarity and your, you know, everything else maybe is needing a bit of work. So it could well be that financially, you know, things are actually looking kind of good for you around the 16th to 23rd, whereby there's an investment. Right, let's clarify that. What is the King of Ariel, please, Spirit? Okay, it could well be an offer at this time, because it says this is now the Five of Swords. Okay, it says the situation doesn't serve you, release your attachment to the outcome, consider taking a more uplifting approach. So if you've got an individual that maybe is coming in at this time and is offering a way out and it looks like it's great, then again, is it illusionary? Is this someone that is giving you a short-term fix but actually it doesn't really give you anything long-term? Just watch for that. Let's have a look. What is the... Yeah, look, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So again, it could be someone that comes forward with this amazing offer to save you, and then is it really actually viable? Because we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is give and take is not there. All right, let's have a look. What else? What else can you tell us, please, about the King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles reverse, Five of... Yeah, we've got the Ace of Cups. All right. So again, it could well be a love offer. Okay, this is an emotional offering. It says a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. So it could well be an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, may well step forward and offer some sort of respite in amongst this kind of heavy energy, giving or sort of, you know, proposing an offer to you. Okay. With work that has work associated. So it could, again, if this isn't a love interest, it could be also work. This is Eight of Pentacles. This could also be a romantic offer whereby there would need to be work, okay? Or there's something practically, on a practical level, that you guys are trying to kind of bring together. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse. So with the Five of Swords that came out with it, it could just be that this person is coming to kind of break that energy, which is a bit stagnant, and that kind of worry and that sort of, you are starting to evolve out of it. This energy is here to kind of, again, stop that worry. Nine of Swords, so it's about, Nine of Swords is usually about sort of restless sleep, not being able to, sort of a lot of worry, anxious feelings, concern, overthinking things, because it's reverse. I feel like this energy is going to kind of put a break in that worry, and or they're telling you not to worry about this, and actually there's a positive outcome. Now with the Five of Swords that I said earlier, again, this is about change. So I feel like this energy is a bit sort of, it's here to kind of break up the monotony of what you've gone through. Look, Ace of Pentacles. So there's a solid offer behind this. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time or support, a change in job or promotion. So look out from between the 6th and the 23rd. An individual that is going to be offering a substantial offer to you, okay? If it's work, then cool, brilliant. If it's love, then brilliant. If it's not love or work, clarify this, please, Spirit. Three of Wands. So this is potentially an opportunity that's going to allow you to, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing a landlord. So maybe someone is stepping forward and is going to offer you something that is a King of Pentacles type energy that is going to draw you out of another situation. But I'm hearing landlord here as well. Three of Wands. So this is about a future investment. This is about planning for the long term. This energy right here is bringing you, cutting through that kind of very dark energy that has been around January. That is now leading you into something that is very prosperous for the future. Has a future... I'm hearing inevitability to it. So this is someone that I feel was probably meant to come towards you. And if you don't know who this person is, then it's a new person. All right? If the landlord situation or the work situation doesn't add up. That's from the 16th to the 23rd. What else can you tell us, please, about what Capricorns will be going through from the 16th to the 23rd? Any other messages from the 16th to the 23rd for Capricorns of January 2020? Yeah, look, this is, again, fast moving. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, okay? So, again, this can be very, I mean, this feels very fast moving, both of those energies. So that, again, with that kind of Knight of King of Pentacles coming in, it could be like out of nowhere that you're just kind of like, what's happening here? And again, that's around the 23rd. So don't forget, if you need to pause and go within before that, but just keep going, because this is on its way. I mean, look, who would have expected that? That's brilliant. Let's have a look from the 23rd now to the end of the month for you guys. From the 23rd until the end of January, please. What can Capricorns expect 23rd till the 31st of January for Capricorn, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, Mars. Thank you so much. Okay. 23rd to the end of January, please. What else? There's a lot of, I feel like you're going to go through, okay, so once you get into sort of around the 23rd to the end of January, I feel like you're going to go through a bit of a confusion sort of period, because we've got the 2 of Pentacles here. So if this is not you juggling more than one thing, okay, if it's not, again, a lover, it could be an idea, a job, how to move forward, because we've also got the 2 of Wands as well. So it's like you're in major indecision mode. Then we've got the 7 of Wands. No, then we've got the 7 of Cups. So it's like you've got some choices to make, but you're kind of not entirely sure how you're going to move forward and what you're going to do. Okay, there's a clear indecision, and I feel like what they're saying is just let the dust settle right now, because it's like whatever decisions you're going to make, I feel you're going to make 15 other decisions in between now and when your final decision is, and it's just going to confuse yourself and everyone else. You've also got the 7 of Wands, so you've got 2 2s and 2 7s. All right, 7s is about a balance, okay, and 2 is about, it's also essentially about balance. So we need you to kind of balance yourself out a little bit before you start worrying about all these things, because 7 of Wands, this is very defensive energy. It's like maybe you're being pressured into making a decision. Maybe someone's expecting you to make a decision and you're not sure. All right. We've also got the 8 of Cups. Now, this can be about moving away from something. Obviously, we have the 7 of Cups. Now we've got the 8. All right. But the 8 of Cups is also about leaving something where it is and then going off, doing what you need to do, and then maybe coming back to it. This is not a goodbye or a finish, because obviously we're still at 8. We're not at 10 yet. So this is a respite. It's a break, okay? So don't be afraid to put whatever is going on down, or these 2 things you're juggling, or whatever you're juggling or undecided about. Just wait it out, because there's so much going on here, okay? We've also got... like there's so... I've got to laugh because there's so much going on. So we've also got the Queen of Wands. Now, if this is not you, because obviously this is a fire energy. Now, we don't forget, we had the Page of Wands, we had the Knight of Wands, now we've got the Queen of Wands. So maybe you've also got fire in your chart, and if it's not you, it could be your counterpart, someone that, you know, maybe they're an air, maybe you're the earth sign, they're the fire sign. Take it as it resonates. But the Queen of Wands is passionate. She's the kind of individual, doesn't have to be female, can be male as well. This is someone who's very intuitive, who's got that kind of very strong foresight, is able to lead from example, but also is in tune with themselves and can kind of discern and make very clear decisions. Very evolved, okay? This energy is very prevalent from the 23rd to the 31st, and I feel like you are going to want, in between being totally confused, to want to just jump and take a leap of faith, because we've got the Fool with the Queen of Wands, which is about a brand new fresh start, all right, where the indecision of, you know, the previous kind of weeks, you're just wanting to move away from, and you just want to get to where you want to go, because I feel like you're done with that energy. You just want to kind of push ahead, right? It's a very ambitious energy, and it's a very kind of carefree, like that kind of very fiery energy. We've also got the Hierophant with Justice, okay? Now, because don't forget, we also had the King of Pentacles, which was offering the Ace of Pentacles, which can be an offer of commitment, especially now these 2 cards have come out, right? Justice and the Hierophant. There could be a significant offer that's being made to you, whereby that's why you're trying to decide, because you're just like, where on earth? I've just literally been in a cave for like weeks. Where has this come from? I have no idea how to handle this. Okay, and then you're deciding whether to take that leap of faith with these two cards as well. All right. Now that's going to be for a small percentage of you. I can't sit and say every single one of you is going to have that. I can't say that, I'm afraid. But there's a small, very small percentage of people watching this that this is going to happen for. All right. If this is not you, don't forget Justice and the Hierophant can also be about lessons learned, understanding how things are working, learning a lesson, and then moving forward freely with the Fool card into your power, Queen of Wands, in order to forge ahead based on what you'd previously learned, away from the confusion with the Two of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, you know, the Seven of Cups, where you are basically in your kind of sovereignty and honouring yourself based on the dust having settled from the previous month. All right, so let's see what else they want to tell us from 23rd to the end of January for Capricorn. Seven of Pentacles. This could have been a long time coming. All right, this could have been, this is like you guys are closing something out that is extremely important. Next to the Seven of Pentacles is the Ten of Cups. This is ultimate emotional fulfillment. So if you're not getting the commitment, you are still coming within your power and you've overcome the worst of it, and you're now triumphant because you've absolutely smashed it. This is, you've topped yourself up to the point where you that's it. You don't have to worry. You're in a good place. This is your contentment, essentially. All right. Let's have a look at outcomes. Outcomes, please, for January for Capricorn. Yeah, King of Swords. Delivering the ultimate truth. Clarity. For you, change of perspective, change of environment. It's like they're cutting through that illusion and going, right, now we're going to place you there. And you're like, whoa, where's that come from? But it's here. So just make sure, if you're in this energy at the moment, you're sitting there going, well, that's brilliant, Jale, but when is this going to happen? Keep going. As soon as you think this isn't going to happen, just don't forget, you have to surrender. This is, all of this is when you just, you surrender. This is not giving up. This is not saying, I don't trust Spirit and I'm just going to, I don't care. This is, Spirit, I trust you and I'm just going to release this concern and worry and let things come to me as and when they are intended to. Outcomes, please, for Capricorn for the month of January 2020, please, Spirit. Insight, messages, clarity, guidance for outcomes. Outcomes for January for Capricorn. Yeah. Observer. So don't forget, when we're going within, we can observe and really understand the truth of things, which is a massive, I mean, look, first of all, that is going to really help you, but also it will help change your perspective. Why you're probably going to end up answering a few of those questions as to why you've gone through these things or why things didn't happen. Okay. Higher power, you are being assisted at this time. Do not feel like you're being left to your own devices. Trust me, as soon as you really connect with that heart space and try and do as much healing on your heart space as possible, you are going to feel their presence. Okay, higher power, they are here to assist and help you. Don't ever doubt that they aren't, because trust me, they are. And we've got yin, which is, again, is that echoing that feminine energy of basically surrender. The feminine is the energy that just allows, is that kind of very receptive energy where I'm open to receiving and I will let people, I'll surrender to upstairs because they know best, essentially. And come to the edge, which is about don't give up. It's like, take that risk. Once this energy is passed, don't forget to still take that leap of faith, because there is a decision that's going to come out of this. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up. If your heart space is blocked and that opportunity comes in, you're going to sit and say no. Then you're going to let the dust settle. You're going to view it again and think, why did I say no to that? Because your heart space is blocked. Because you were so scared within the situation you were in. You put a million walls around you. And so when the opportunity came, you weren't ready because you didn't feel it. Because everything was being blocked off for protection based on what you were going through. And then you missed it. But you have an opportunity to surrender and then keep your heart space open for you not to miss the opportunity. All right. hopefully that's been of some assistance. That's been your Capricorn reading for January 2020. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. All your subscriptions and likes and shares, massively appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful birthday. If you've already had it, hope you had an awesome birthday. My next video is going to be for Aquarius for January 2020. Have a wonderful day, week, year, wherever you're at. Take good care. Bye.